Hello one and all, it is I, Loonatic. If you've ever played Gmod, or any source mod for that matter, you may have actually no-clipped, and in some circumstances, you may have no-clipped out of real life. In the source mods or Gary's mod maps, you may find locked doors and you may want to see what's behind them. And although you may already know the answer, because it's Gary's mod map, what you see is what you get. Nothing's going to be hidden behind the locked doors other than maybe an Easter egg crediting the maker of the map. But if you do decide to no-clip behind these doors, you may come across these empty rooms. The reason for these are to fill up space and to make the building that the map takes place in feel realistic. And you know, when I played, I think TTT School, I think it was, I used to no-clip or use the S-mod kick mod and kick the doors open. And I found rooms exactly like that, except they didn't have the back wall. But it's also to make the building and the map feel lived in, I guess, and realistic, even if you are playing on your own. And I think that's the same for any game, that if you no-clip behind a wall or a door, you'll find empty rooms. I don't think there's any game that just leaves a whole map behind a wall or behind a locked door that you can't open at all. And recently, a creepypasta or meme or whatever you want to class it as emerged, basically built around this concept. Today on Internet Discoveries, we cover the topic of no-clipping into the backrooms. This meme starts on 4chan, as any good meme does. This time it was born on the paranormal board on the 14th of May 2019, where an anon posts a photo of this empty, eerie looking room. And the caption says, "If you're not careful and you no-clip out of reality in the wrong areas, you'll end up in the backrooms, where it's nothing but the stink of old moist carpet, the madness of mono yellow, the endless background noise of fluorescent lights at maximum hum buzz, and approximately 600 million square miles of randomly segmented empty rooms to be trapped in. God save you if you hear something wandering nearby, because it sure as hell has heard you." Now that is pretty spooky, especially as it's, what time is it? Fucking 10 o'clock at night, I think, and it's, I mean, basically pitch black without this fucking light. It's pretty fucking spooky if you ask me. This post was actually part of a thread that was started on the 12th of May, where this other anon wanted users to post images that just feel off. The photo and caption spread around until it reached Reddit's green text subreddit, where a user says it's, and I quote, "worse than any creepypasta out there." The Reddit post got 32.9 thousand upvotes and made this meme blow up even more. It's basically just the photo and "worse than any creepypasta out there" as the caption. Later on, the photo eventually made it onto the No Sleep subreddit, where it spawned the creepypasta simply called The Backrooms. It was written on the 18th of May 2019 by Reddit user Your D&D Guy, okay? And it's quite long. I thought about reading the whole thing. That'll take too much time. I'll just read out the best bits. If you want me to read out the whole thing, comment below. If you don't care, it's going to be linked in the description anyway. Here it is. "These are the nights best spent at Cook Place Community Mall in my modest Midwest hometown. A diamond in the rough in my eyes. This shopping centre is a break from the monotony of tired hardware stores and family grocers that lined Main Street. The Cook Place Mall is typically packed to capacity. Despite that, my three friends and I were still going strong. We were ending the night in the dusty arcade located in the basement of the shopping mall. It was down a short flight of stairs between the Dairy Queen and I'm sorry, Americans, I don't know what the fuck this shop is called. I don't know how it's pronounced. Sbarro? Sparrow? Maybe? I don't know. We don't have it. In the food court. Faded and flickering carnival lights line the dimly lit hallways and steps. This photo and caption did evolve to be something bigger than what we could know. As it is a creepypasta, it was read by many people. Myself may even be included. But once again, that's up to you lot. And the thing even had a subreddit made about it. Link in the description, guys. Ooh. And so, as I was writing the script for this, I found out that there was a new section of the Backrooms. Here it is. It's going to be up on the screen now. It keeps the same colour scheme of an orangey yellow and having a carpeted floor, but then again, any light, even a light like this, that's orangey yellow, but this also has a carpeted floor. So that means it's a new section of the Backrooms. That's what I said. Does this one have the buzzing or humming from the lights? Probably. I mean, as it is an OC, because they upload a lot of OCs of different parts of different levels, as they're classed as, I would mostly assume that it does have this buzzing, humming sound. The memes on the Reddit page are quite top-notch. Most of them are, anyway. As a meme connoisseur myself, I think I can say that I know my memes, such as one being a TF2 map, a Doom level, Doge no clipping in, and many, many more. The ladies and gentlemen over on 4chan even continued adding to it. It began as being part of a thread on 4chan to eventually having a creepypasta and subreddit, or built around it. Built around this one photo and this one caption. So as you can see, I'm in different attire. And that is because it's a different day that I'm recording. Simply because there's a part that I didn't add in the video. And it was a 4chan post a day after. Backroom, that's fitting. Maybe too accurate. I call it the real estate. There's a lot for me to explain on the subject, as I was for many years trying to figure out its mystery. First of all, real estate is what it points to be representing, but cannot be truly made clear to anyone unless you have actually been in it. Secondly, no matter how hard you try to reach it, you will never find a way to do it. Spontaneous can happen to anyone, but generally speaking, if you've been in once, you will end up going back in eventually. There are a set of rules that these are not written, nor do I claim them to be factual representations of real estate's true reality, but what during the years I've managed to see as axioms, I don't know, that may hold some answers to how real estate works. I can point and explain bit by bit. Rule 1, never try to escape. Rule 2 is always be calm. Do not show any signs of anxiety. 3, do not search for others and do not ask for anyone. Rule 4 is stay as close to your entrance as possible. Rule 5 is to never directly stare at any source of light. 6, should you lose your senses, do anything to regain them, even if it means cutting off a part of your body. Oh my god. Number 7, always check if the time is what you remember it to be. Number 8, do not touch a wall that seems darker than the one next to it. Number 9, should you come across another human being, do not make any contact at all, and move away from each other as fast as possible. Number 10, count seconds, and after every 500 seconds, remember who you are and where you come from. And lastly, rule 11, it's the most important, sit down and do not look at the sounds when you hear them. Sorry for this not being as funny. It was pretty funny, but not in there ha 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 type funny. It was funny peculiar. Sorry for it not being as joke filled, but I mean, it's pretty fucking spooky. And I use spooky unironically, it's pretty fucking spooky. Yeah. Thank you all for watching, and farewell, everybody. Have a nice morning, a nice evening, and even a nice night, depending on where you are. That's not gonna be